Conservation of plant genetic resources. Dear student, in this module we will learn about what is conservation of plant genetic resources, why do we need to conserve plant genetic resources, and how we can conserve these resources. Conservation. Conservation is the management of nature and Earth's biodiversity with the aim of protecting species, their habitats, and ecosystem from excessive rate of extinction and erosion of biotic interaction. Germplasm or plant genetic resources has to be maintained in such a state that minimize the risk of loss and allow either its direct planting in the field or its preparation of planting with relative case. This is called plant genetic resources conservation or the germplasm conservation. Now we will discuss why do we need to conserve these resources. There are different reasons behind this conservation. The first one is for food security and agrobiodiversity. We strongly need to conserve these plant genetic resources. The next one is biodiversity provide a valuable source of compound to the medical, food and crop protection and industries. So this biodiversity must be conserved for the future use. The next is all the species are important and help keep the ecosystem balanced. Disturbance in status of any species will lead to disturbance of whole ecosystem balance. So we must conserve all these resources. The last is genetic resources need to be conserved so that they may be used in crop research and be used as sources of genes for crop improvement. Here is some steps which are involved in the conservation of these resources. The first step is we must have some plant genetic resource diversity. Next, we will conserve these resources, and finally we use these conserved products for the production of many different products at a commercial level. Here are different steps which are involved in conservation method of these plant genetic resources. The first one is selection of target taxa. Selection of target taxa decide which species need active conservation and which type of genetic resource is appropriate for that species. The next one is project commission. Project commission formulate a clear, concise conservation statement establishing what species, why, and in general term where the species are to be conserved. Ecogeographic survey or the preliminary survey mission. This facilitates the collection of all the basic information for the planning of effective conservation and surveys the distribution of taxonomic and genetic diversity, ecological requirement, and the reproductive biology of the chosen species over its entire geographic range. The next one about different objective of the conservation. They formulate a clear, concise set of conservation objectives which state the practical steps that must be taken to conserve the species and propose how the conserved diversity is linked to utilization. Field exploration. Field exploration visit competing potential site indicated as having high level of target species and genetic diversity by ecogeography survey or the preliminary survey to identify specific location where target species and genetic diversity are to be conserved in genetic reserve. The next step is about different strategies which we adopt for this conservation. This involves the designing, management and monitoring of these genetic resources. Here are two main strategies about this conservation. The first one is in situ conservation, in which we provide protection to these plant genetic resources inside their habitat, and the next one is ex situ conservation, in which we give protection these plant genetic resources outside their habitat. We will discuss both these types in the next lecture in detail. The next step is conserved product deposition and dissemination. The main conserved product, the plant population of the target taxa, are held in the reserve. However, there is need for safety duplication, and sample of germplasm should also be periodically sampled and deposited in appropriate reserve with appropriate passport data. After conservation, there is need for systematic evaluation of these conserved products in order to know its various morphological, physiological, and developmental characters, including some special features. Next steps are about utilization of these conserved products at commercial level and obtaining different products due to their utilization. There are different steps which are involved in the model of genetic conservation and utilization, and all these are those steps which we have discussed in the previous slide. Thank you.